So for the part introduction is, sport event planning is a huge job. Events play a major role in generating income for sports organizations and often nearby restaurants, hotels, and airports. Sport event managers are responsible for planning and delivering every detail, from community fundraisers and school sports to the major leagues and international competitions. They work at every level to ensure that each event goes off without hitch and that spectators stay engaged. It can be thrilling work. It's also tremendously challenging and made more so in the last year by health concerns related to the coronavirus. As in-person event already come back, I and my team want to conduct the small sport event which is Secret Garden Explorers. So in this event, we must create a successful track to record a track my sport event management career. After we organize that event, which is Secret Garden Explorers, there are a few things that we must to take notes, which is challenging and the way to overcome. So in here, I will elaborate some of them, which is number one is overspending. The challenge is overspending. So my solution is frame and event budget. So many people who don't have any event planning experience overspends when they are organizing a sport event. Instead of planning before spending the money, they plan and spend as they go and thus end up spending a lot more than the allocated budget. They realize their mistake after they have made all the preparation and by then it's too late. So for me, to avoid this problem, I should always frame the sport event budget beforehand. I should consider my budget before making a decision. For instance, when I am selecting a venue, I should consider the total cost of the locations. If the venue is too expensive for me, select another less luxurious locations. I should also research about event supplies and determine how much I can afford to spend on catering, entertainment, and other essential activities. Next, for the challenge number 2 is thinking that you have a lot of time. So the solution is start the preparation early. Some people think that event planning is easy and they just have to make a few calls to make all the arrangements. However, that is not the case. Event planning isn't something that you can wrap up in 2 or 3 days. It takes to plan a successful sport event. If you start planning a few days before the date of your big event, you are bound to miss something important. Even professional event planners start preparing for an event yearly to ensure that nothing gets missed. Therefore, start planning as early as possible by outlining my goals. Once I have outlined my goals, prepare a specific timeline depending upon these goals. For instance, my event due is on June, so I will define my goals and event schedule and set my budget in previous month, which is May. In the next month, say July, search for the venue, find speakers and make arrangement for catering entertainment. In the end for the May, I will finalize my invitation strategy and start inviting guests. So, in the middle of June, confirm the guest list and set reminder to my guests. Also, remind the caterer about the arrangement required. By doing all these things before my big day, I will able to pay attention to all the details and successfully pull off the sport event. Alright guys, so let's go to the next challenge, which is the challenge number 3 is too many participants. So my solution is keep a track of attendees. Getting a lot more participants that I expect means that I went overboard with marketing. While a big crowd is generally good for my event, but managing it can be extremely hard, especially when I wasn't expecting so many participants to show up. So I can run out of food or the space can become crowded. So, to avoid this problem, I should keep my marketing activities under control and track how many participants are planning to come at my sport event. If I figure out these things, I will be able to offer a stress-free experience to my participants, and they will be able to enjoy their time at my Explorers events. So that's all for my challenge and the solutions. I will summarize and make some conclusion to end this video. As we know, sports in a way are a great source of knowledge of what life is. We develop skills like leadership, teamwork, passion, and competitiveness and determination of the success. These are some of the good and must qualities that a person must have in their own life. Sports are generally played for fitness, passion, and success. Other than that, hosting sport events can boost tourism and revenue for a city. Sports in a society can even influence our understanding of gender, roles, and socio-economic issues, and they can help frame city, state, and national identity. For me, I have success when I conduct a sport event at my campus to fulfill my assessment, which is Secret Cadet Explorers. In the future, I hope this event can be conducted every year. So that's all from me. Thank you for watching and listening. Bye bye. See you soon.